Hello friends, how are you? I hope you all are fine. In this video, we are going to learn about Introduction to Tense. As you have learned Introduction to Tense in your childhood, but today we are going to learn tense in different perspective. First of all, we will discuss about academic English. Therefore, we will discuss about advanced English according to Introduction to Tense. Alright? So let's begin our video. I hope you will learn some interesting facts and figures in this video. So in this video, I'm going to use spoken English as well as I will use Urdu language if it is needed. Okay. So first of all, introduction to tense. And introduction to tense, as you have seen, whatever we have information in English, it is in Latin literature. They have made some grammatical rules and regulation to learn spoken English as well as writing English concerns to British English. Okay, so in similar point of view, there are two concepts of tenses: Latin concept as well as British concept. Latin concept is so simple. Latin concept says there is only one tense, and British concept says there are three tenses. Let's discuss about facts and figures. Latin literature says there is only one tense because time is only one. Why? Tense has been derived from a word tempus in Latin literature. It usually means time. So according to Latin literature, there is only one time. But according to British literature, there is three tenses. How? As you have seen, Wren and Martin, page number 68, they say there are three tenses. Oxford British Grammar, written by George Yulee. Oxford British Grammar with Answers, written by John Eastwood. So these three facts and figures puts that there are three tenses. But according to modern English and according to Latin literature, there is only one. Well, which one is right? Both are right on their perspective. According to literature, literature is right, and according to British one is right. Therefore, there are three forms of the tense. Now here, you can see present tense, past tense, and future tense. Actually, in Latin literature, these all are called frames. Frame means to say parts of the time. Okay. So in British literature, we say these all are tenses. These all are times, different times. But in Latin literature, they say these all are parts of the times. So Latin literature में कहते हैं ये तीनों parts हैं किसके टाइम के, लेकिन ब्रिटिश में क्या कहते हैं कि ये तीनों मुख्तलिफ टाइम पे वक्त के. So both are correct. I hope you have learned these two different perspectives. Here I will put data from the books and literature. Therefore, you can decide which one is good one for you. So one thing you have to keep in mind, between two absolute truths, one is more absolute. And another perspective, you may say, nothing is wrong. Everything is right. So here in literature, there should be some sort of distinguished concepts, distinguished debate, but we have to learn both things. Therefore, as you see, present tense, Wren and Martin say present tense, it represents present time. Past tense, usually it represents past time. Future tense, it usually represents future time. For instance, I go to university. Now here you will see present tense that refers present time. I went to market. Here you will see past tense represents past time. Therefore, you can see I shall or will go to park. Future tense represents future time. Now, in North America, they usually don't use shall, they use will only. Okay, but in Britain and in academic as well as advanced, you have to use shall somehow to show some polite things, such as shall I pay the bill? I shall beg to state that. In application, you have to use shall, but in spoken English and in advanced, if you don't want to use shall, it's okay. Okay, go ahead. So we have learned first of all tense. Therefore, we have learned forms. It simply means to say types of the tense. Now, aspect of the tense. Now in Latin literature, whatever we see, simple tense, continuous, perfect, these all are aspects in Latin literature. And in modern English literature, these all are aspects as well. You will see that thing and masters of English whenever you will graduate in masters in English language. Okay, so aspect and tense, you will say these all are tenses, And you also say these are our tenses too. But actually, according to Latin, these are the frames of the tense and these are aspects of the tense. Now, what is different between frame and aspect? We will discuss it later. Here, focus on aspect. So each of above aspect and you can say tense can take place into 4 aspects. So here you may say whatever we are learning about these frames, these are our frames. Okay, these are our frames, and every frame has 4 aspects. Well, for example, present tense. So we will see present tense as a present simple tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, and present perfect continuous tense. Okay. Later we will see past tense. Past tense into 4 different categories. Okay. Let's go ahead. Simple tense is known as indefinite tense in modern English. Continuous tense is known as progressive tense in modern English. Perfect tense is known as pluperfect. Why? Because in pluperfect we use 2 tenses. We will see in upcoming lectures how. Perfect continuous tense is known as perfect progressive tense. Let's discuss about some important facts. Each aspect has 3 frames. It simply means each frame has 4 aspects and each aspect has 3 frames. How? For example, simple tense. Simple tense aspect has 3 frames. Past simple tense, present simple tense, and future simple tense. And as we see, continuous, perfect, progressive, every aspect has 3 frames. I hope you are getting your point. If you have any question, you can ask in the comment box. Later, to express, okay, so why we use aspect and frames? We use aspect. Aspect simply mean to say why we use aspect. Aspect mean to say duration of the time. We usually use aspect to show duration, happening, repetition, or completion of the action or the event in a sentence. So therefore you can see here at a specific point of time. For instance, I am having meal right now. It simply means I'm using progressive aspect. Here you can see what is going on. Here something is happening in first sentence. Something is happening. Now this aspect is showing something is happening right now because it is present progressive aspect. They watched cricket yesterday. They watched cricket yesterday. Now it simply means to say something is done. Something is completed. Okay, something is completed in the past. This aspect shows something has been done. It means verb or action has been done in the past. Therefore, by tomorrow he will visit Paris. It simply means something will happen tomorrow. Okay, and in this aspect you will see the action will occur in the future. It simply means to say something will happen in a duration. Now, what is broader debate between these? Let's recap. First of all, in literature there is only 1 tense, but in British there are 3 tenses. In Latin there are 3 types of the tense that is called frames. You can Google it and you can search from ChatGPT. Therefore, in British these frames are actually tenses. Okay, as we heard in schools. Therefore, we have learned every frame has 4 aspects, or every aspect has 3 frames. Therefore, we have learned about some different point of view. We call in British English we say these are the tenses and these are the tenses too. But in MPhil English and Masters English, whenever you will go through Masters, you will learn more advanced. So you can ChatGPT. You can open ChatGPT and there you can search what is meant by frame. There will be 3 frames. What is meant by aspect? There will be 4 aspects. Okay, I hope you have learned some broader concept about frame. Now let's discuss about aspect. Aspect simply mean to say something, any verb there has duration starting to any point. It means duration of the action is called aspect. Okay, if I'm saying I'm teaching right now. Now I have started teaching in the past and right now I'm teaching too. But it is my duration. It is my aspect. Duration means to say how long action could be take place. Okay. I hope you have learned about tenses and I hope you have gotten my point and you can enhance your listening skills while listening to me about these lectures. In first perspective, you can enhance your listening skills, but in second perspective, you can learn some important and advanced English as well as from basic. Therefore, you can improve yourself. Somehow, you have to unlearn facts to learn new. Okay. So, if you have any kind of question, you can ask in the comment box. See you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.